On to you Libras. So you Libras have the Page of Cups, the Four of Cups, and then you Libras have the Hierophant. So, okay, so for you Libras, right, a lot of you very much so, okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's really interesting. You Libras may completely overlook the fact that somebody is hanging around you, or you may be talking to somebody that's very difficult to interact with. You're not necessarily a very good match between yourself and this person. Every time you try to get to know them, this person has got some other things to do. Some of you Libras need to stop talking to this said person that you're just now trying to talk to. This person is not willing to make themselves available to you. The reason why, to show you the evidence, is because of these three cards. The Page of Cups can sometimes it can represent you doing your own thing, but in this reading, it represents you Libras not really paying attention to what is this person is showing you. They're showing you their dysfunction already. So if you continue to hang around said individual, then the dysfunctions that come from them is on you, because you're not paying real attention to the fact that, again, the Four of Cups, this person is very difficult to date. You know, the only type of relationship that they're looking to get after is dysfunctional relationships. They're not actually trying to be in a relationship that actually works, that actually is about moving forward and progression, right? They're not about any of that whatsoever. You know, they are about looking for the bigger, better deal. They're looking to hang around somebody and play all kind of mind games and just use this person and get them for all the money that they can get them for. And the Hierophant represents, while at the same time they're trying to like convince the other person that the other person doesn't understand what's going on, and they're really, you know, like they're trying to virtue signal. They're trying to make it seem like to you Libras, and not just to you, but to anybody that will listen, they're trying to virtue signal. Like, you know how sometimes you Libras will know somebody that, you know, terrible people, but then they always have an excuse for something, right, as to why certain things doesn't work. That's how they be moving. So the thing with them is, that's the thing that you Libras haven't paid attention to. You know, you have some people here who you've tried to get to know, who, you know, they keep making themselves busy every time it is that you want to hang out, or any time that you may want their attention, to basically spend some form of quality time, right? For them to actually be there for you. This person always has something else to do, right? Everything else in the world is more important than you. So you Libras have to really, you know, get real with yourself and start to wake up and see. And then you have the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so you did wake up. Okay, cool. You were like this. You were on some Page of Cups type stuff where you were delusional. But now the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Wands, I be learning the timeline just like you. I jump into this fresh. You know, I don't rehearse this stuff at all. I jump into this. But the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Wands represents, yeah, like it wasn't something that you wanted. You would have hoped that this person would have legitimately given you a try, but you Libras realize that this person is just too dysfunctional. Like, they're awkward as well. You know, you Libras are trying to talk to them and everything like that, and it's like they always trying to just be as avoidant as much as possible. So you realize that you can't actually get a chance to really talk to this person. A lot of you Libras realize that you're wasting your time, right? So it's time for you to move forward and get to know another person. And then you have the Four of Wands, and then you have the Ten of Cups. You Libras started talking to other people, and you already starting to get, you know, some yeses, right? Of course you're gonna get some no's, but you already starting to get some yeses, right? So, but at the same time though, you Libras have a conscience, and you trying to figure out let me show you what I'm talking about. The Six of Swords and the Hanged Man. You Libras have a conscience, and some of you Libras may still be with these people trying to figure it out, trying to see if there's any kind of resolution where this person can actually seem to get out of their own way. And the situation with you is that because it seems like, you like I said, you still have a conscience. You're trying to make sure that you just don't immediately leave. But at the same time, you're trying to wait to see if this person has any kind of potential. And the thing about it is that the Hanged Man and the Five of Cups is about how you're just stuck right now because you don't necessarily know what to do. Some of you Libras haven't officially dumped them or decided to ghost as of now. But I'm here to tell you that in essence, if you're not really getting anything from this person, it's probably a good idea that you Libras probably do ghost. Just leave them alone and just go radio silent, right? Excommunicate them from your life. Because at the end of the day, there's no point in trying to be in a relationship with somebody that ultimately you Libras, there is no relationship. It's a non-relationship. You every time you get they don't spend time with you. You don't get a chance to talk to them. You don't see them often. But then they're supposed to be getting to know you romantically. That is a terrible way to start a relationship. That's a non-starter, as a matter of fact. That can't work. So let's clarify the Five of Cups. Oh, okay. So the Five of Cups also represents that some of you Libras may even feel a little bit bad about the fact that you are really about to leave these people, because you had really liked them and you really wanted things to potentially work out the way that you wanted it to work out well, where the two of you could be in a loving long-term relationship. But you're starting to realize that you can't be. Well, at the same time, the Five of Cups represents you still feel a little bit bad though. To clarify the Five of Cups, you have the King of Wands, yeah, the Moon, the Temperance, yeah, the Queen of Wands, and the Six of Wands. This is what I'm trying to say. The King of Wands and the Moon, the King of Wands, right? The Moon and the Temperance right here represents, listen, the best thing for you to do is to leave them alone. Because if you keep trying to like find out more about them, they're just gonna continue to do more of the same. They're gonna freeze you out. They're gonna stonewall you. They're not gonna give you any kind of connection. They're not gonna do any of that type of stuff. The King of Wands, they're not gonna do any of that. It's a non-relationship, right? So the Moon and the Temperance right here represents, and the longer you stay with them is the more you're gonna want to spaz out and say something disrespectful to them. And then here comes the difficulties of the argument, like, or the disagreement. Like, okay, why is it that you're now saying this stuff to them when the whole time they've been doing everything that they possibly can to freeze you out? And then what happened, right? Then they're gonna talk to you about, well, if I'm not giving you attention, why are you still here? Leave. I don't care. Even though originally they were trying to get to know you romantically. This is how much lack of integrity they actually have. So the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands right here represents, so the best thing for you Libras to do ultimately is to really leave these goofy individuals behind. It really is to leave them behind, because you're not really doing yourself, you Libras are not doing yourselves any favors by staying with an individual who moves like this. These people they're not wrapped too tight. On one hand, the two of you thought that this person was going to get to know you in a romantic sense. You Libras probably hung out with them romantically a couple of times. But now all of a sudden it's like this person is just, where did all that romance go? Now all of a sudden the romance dried up and they don't have that type of romantic fire anymore for you. Like, what happened? Now all of a sudden it's You know, they're telling you, you know, because if you try to talk to them about it, I'm telling you, they're gonna tell you, well, since you're not getting what you want, leave. I never said such. You see me not really trying my hardest, so why don't you leave? You see what I'm talking about? So anyway, that's pretty much it though. You Libras have a very good chance. Just move forward, leave these goofy people alone, because all they can do is try to make your life terrible. You don't want that. That's it though. Yeah, you Libras definitely dodged a psycho, a delusional mug. You know, y'all gotta watch your own back. You know what I'm saying? Because some people are weird out here. But that's it. Peace.